What's up, everybody? Welcome to BioS3 Raw TV. I want to talk about something tonight, and that is hunger. Now, hunger, I don't know where it's got such a bad rep. I mean, maybe because it's not the most fun thing in the world to be hungry, but hunger is one of those things where people in general don't want to feel any hunger at all. And there's different types of hunger, okay? And I'm willing to bet if you're watching this video on your computer screen that you pay for Wi-Fi on, or you're connected to the internet, or your phone, or whatever, you probably have money for food. So you don't really know what real hunger is, okay? I literally had zero fucking money before, and chose to feed my dogs instead of myself, and I was hungry when I was younger, but I still don't know what true hunger is. You know, people that are in countries that haven't had a fucking meal in like 2 or 3 days, and even then it's like just random whatever they can get, like that's true hunger. So like, you know, when people say to me like I'm hungry, I'm like, you know what? You're just being a little bitch because you're not fucking hungry. You don't have a lot of food in your stomach, but you're not fucking hungry. Now, what is the deal with hunger? Hunger is a signal that goes to your brain. It's not a real thing, okay? It's not like, although you feel it, it's actually a signal to your brain telling your body that it needs food. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that your body needs fucking food. Fat people who are fucking 40% body fat on my 600-pound life are hungry. It's a signal to their brain. Their body does not need a single morsel of food. Matter of fact, you could just give them water and not let them eat for a month, and their bodies would fucking still be fine. They'd survive, all right? So it's not a real thing, but I look at hunger as a good thing. And I think that most people look at it as a bad thing because they're recognizing that their blood sugar is dropping, they start to feel a little grumpy, or they're just like, I'm uncomfortable and I don't like it. Listen, here's the deal. When your brain starts looking for more food and you're an athlete, you know, you're on a cutting diet or whatever, and you're reducing your calories, however you're doing it, changing macros, reducing calories, whatever the fuck you're doing, your body thinks that it's starving. It doesn't realize that there's food in the refrigerator and that you can literally just go down the street to 7-Eleven or fucking wherever and get food. So your brain thinks, oh shit, there's no food coming in, my blood sugar's starting to drop a little bit. Before I access this body fat, boom, we need more food, we need food, and it'll send a signal to your brain. Now that doesn't necessarily mean you're hungry, okay? It's just been your body reacting to the fact that it thinks that there's no more food coming in. So basically your brain thinks it's going to fucking die. So it wants to survive. That doesn't necessarily mean you need to eat. And I think that honestly, in general, people don't like to be uncomfortable. And it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter whether it's too hot outside, too cold outside, not sleeping enough, you know, being on a what do you call it, a cruise, like on the ocean, when you're rocking back and forth, their stomach doesn't feel good. Like, you know, you start to get nauseous when you eat something bad. Nobody doesn't like to feel good. However, that signal is a strong signal to your brain because your brain doesn't want to starve. So it can be one of those things that like you can't really like ignore. It's just there. However, if you're doing things the right way, even on a muscle building diet, you should feel hunger. I think a lot of people want to feel no hunger. And let me tell you, if you're feeling no hunger, you're getting fatter. I got news for you. You're feeding your body enough to where your brain is not getting a signal. And it's like, yo, we're good. We don't need shit. Don't feed us nothing. We're fine. Oh, fuck, here you go with more pies in your fucking mouth again. Like, that's what's going on. So even while you're building muscle, you know, you're feeding your body the macronutrients. Like, let's forget calories. The macros it needs. The protein it needs for repairing and building. The carbohydrates it needs for energy. The essential fatty acids it needs for fucking health and to live and body functions and stuff. All your micronutrients. You're feeding it everything it needs, and you're still going to get hunger. Why? Because your body's kind of teetering on the edge. It is building muscle, but it's also probably a little bit short in carbohydrates. And before it uses the stored carbohydrates in the muscle or the liver, it sends a signal to your brain. It goes, oh, fuck, we need more carbohydrates. You have glucose in the muscle. You have glucose in your liver. Like, you have body fat. You have these things to use for energy. But your brain, again, doesn't know that. So when someone comes to me and says, oh, you know, I'm bulking and I'm totally fucking not hungry, man. I can't get all this food down. You're fucking eating too much. And then you see the progress and they're like, yeah, I gained 20 pounds. You gained 15 pounds of fat. Like, you're eating too much. And I think most people in general overeat. If you take whatever you're eating now and you don't track, you don't fucking record anything, you just eat, right? You go by sight. And you sit down and you take that fucking meal, right? And then let's say you figure out what your macro should be for a meal. It's like 20 grams of protein, 30 grams of carbs, 10 grams of fat, right? And you weigh that out and you put them fucking side by side on a table, you're going to be fucking surprised as shit when you see how much you're actually overeating. I actually have 2 friends recently that got on the Nutrition Solutions program, and when they got the meals, the calories were, you know, like a 500 calorie fucking meal, right? Which is that's a meal. It's not like a fucking snack. I hate the word snack, but it's an actual meal, right? And they would look at it and be like, oh my god, there's so little food. It's because you're fucking eating 3 times that amount. You're eating 1,500 fucking calories at a sitting 4 or 5 times a day. That's why you're fucking getting fat, and that's why you are fat. So you guys got to understand that hunger is not a bad thing. Hunger is a good thing. Most people overeat, and eventually, if you learn to embrace the hunger, which I've actually done, I think that most people really need to do this as a necessity. Because I know people that can't, they're like, oh my God, I'm so hungry, I can't concentrate. It's like, listen, dude, I've literally starved my body down for fucking contest levels, and fucking my brain has shut down before while I was training someone. I was sitting on a fucking ball, and they were doing lunges, and my fucking brain shut down. I literally fell on the floor asleep. Like, I know what that feels like, and that's not what you're fucking feeling right now. So learning how to embrace it and learning to know what it means, it doesn't mean that you're fucking dying. It doesn't mean that something bad is going on. It doesn't mean you need to eat. Okay, what it means is that your brain thinks it needs to eat. And then what you need to do, knowing what you're doing to yourself through your diet and training, say, fuck, do I really need more food, or is my brain just looking for something because it doesn't know that I don't have it? Okay, that's what's going on. And once you learn that, that hunger is not really true hunger. And many times that first initial signal to your brain, hunger, will actually go away. Like when I wake up in the morning, my metabolism's pretty fast. I get up in the morning, I'm hungry. But I don't eat my first meal till noontime. Why? Because when I eat, I start to feel groggy and I feel lethargic. My insulin levels rise, the carbohydrates are in my bloodstream. I don't feel that well. However, when I eat after noontime, for some reason I feel better, right? So when I get up in the morning, I'm hungry. But by the time I eat that noontime meal, I'm not hungry anymore. It's like an itch. If you don't scratch it, it goes away. And trust me, if you were in danger of really fucking starving and dying, that would not go away. You wouldn't be able to work through the hunger. You wouldn't be able to fucking stave it off to where it goes away. It wouldn't go away if you were truly in trouble and fucking dying. So hopefully this explains a little bit to you guys, because you should feel hungry when you're building muscle as your body's speeding up metabolism. That means speeding up the turnover of proteins and protein synthesis, as well as building muscle faster. If you're speeding up your metabolism while you're dieting down for a contest, anytime your metabolism speeds up, hunger is going to go up. And you want a faster metabolism. You don't want a metabolism like a fucking slug where you got to kill yourself. You want the fastest, most efficient metabolism you can have. And with that comes hunger. BioStrengthTraining@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. www.biostrength.com is the blog. It's the Hungry Bicep. And we are out.